I can't talk to Larry Johnson without talking to you about the New York Knicks, who right now sit in fifth place. Larry, they had a 9-game winning streak recently. They just had another streak they had going, and they are playing, at least as far as I'm concerned, from what I see, some of the best basketball they played in a really long time.
Mhm.
And Jalen Brunson leading the way, guy that and you tell me, Larry, you probably knew him as a kid, but obviously you were teammates with Jalen's dad, Rick, and now he is, in my mind, he's the most valuable guy in this team. So yeah, I think a lot of people said this was a bad move. They gave him too much with the $104 million. Are you surprised at what Jalen has done with this team and where he has gotten them, Larry?
Not at all. Not at all. Little Jay used to run around. I call him nephew. But yeah, when Rick was on the team, Jay used to run around, kept a basketball in his hand. The same as the Currys when I was with Charlotte, and Dale would bring Steph and Seth around, kept basketball in their hand. And I'm not surprised. And it wasn't, I mean, I'm so lucky. I agree with you. I do believe Jalen is the best player on the team, or he's definitely the most valuable running the team and getting people to their right spots. So I'm very happy with what we look like this year.
You know, I'm looking at these power rankings, and no, it doesn't mean anything, Larry, but just to see the Knicks talked about, I saw The Athletic wrote something. They said they had the contenders, and then the Knicks were in that secondary group. And to think that the Knicks could be even thought of as possible title contenders, I mean, it's almost shocking. Can this team, as currently constituted, could they do they have enough to win a championship? Not necessarily this year, but could they win a championship? Or do you need to swap Julius Randle out with somebody who's a little bit of a bigger, a better star? What do you think, Larry?
I don't know. Definitely don't see winning the championship this year. If I be honest,
Yeah.
And I'm a big time Knicks fan. I see him going far. I can definitely see him winning the first the first series. It depends on who we get. You know, we match up well with the Phillies. We match up well with maybe Milwaukee. Now Boston, not so. But I'm not scared of anybody in the East with this team, especially if we clicking on all cylinders and playing defense the way I know we can play defense. You can always use another player. You know, you got another shooter. It's the NBA, so everybody can shoot the heck out the basketball. So I would love to see another dead eye drop down 3-point shooter go along with Jalen. So no, I think we're right there. But one more shooter, and I think we'll be on our way.
I feel like a guy like you would really like Josh Hart. I really think that was a big move bringing him in. He does everything. He's not scoring 30 points a night, sure, but
no, he fits
I
well.
feel like that's your type of player.
He's my type of player, and of course, you know, Thibodeau's type of player that not worried about getting shots, but going to knock down shots when he get them, but he's going to be a dog on defense. So that's that New York mentality. So he fits well with that team. Yeah, I'm happy with that one too. And then these two guys played together and won in college. So, you know, Jalen was very happy when they made that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I thought too, Larry, from the standpoint of it made it more like it was Jalen's team to let him have his college guy, and like he is the guy in New York now.
Listen, let's keep Jalen happy for right. You know what I mean? Let's keep him happy. Happy point guard, happy team.
How often, and I might watch this more than you, how often do you go back and do you watch the 4-point play from '99? The view from the
that's my best.
rafters.
That's the best view.
I've never seen it. You know what? I think, Larry, it's that nobody agrees on anything anymore. But to see everybody feeling that joy, that pure joy together, man, that was so cool. Do you actually go back and watch that?
I never go back and watch it, but whenever it's on, I don't turn away though. You know, because I'm back in the garden watching games, and they always show it, but I never turn away. But no, I don't go back and watch it. If I'm on social media and somebody posts it, I definitely watches the whole thing. And that's my bet. I love that view from the top when everybody at the same time.
The greatest.
I love it.
It's so cool. I'm sure you've talked about this. What did Chris tell you? Did he say, hey, you still got to make the free throw?
Absolutely. You know, I don't know what I was doing at the time. I knew I was fouled, so I don't know why I ran back the other way.
Right.
But Chris grabbed me. It was all Chili Child, like, man, what the, he cussed me out. We got a free throw to make over here, brother.
Now, I got to talk to you about the NCAA tournament. It's been March Madness. It's lived up to the name. Are you surprised? You know, you guys go in 90, number 1 seed, you win the whole thing. Not really a huge shock, but now it seems like the seeding doesn't mean anything. It seems like you have talented players across the whole tournament, and it's obviously it's not crazy to think or to see a 16 beat a 1 anymore. It happens.
And it just happened. So I like that. I like it being more competitive. I mean, it didn't happen as often, like you said, when I was around. One did not lose to 16 as much, and then when you get down to the Sweet 16 and the final 8, you would always have what 3-1s or 4-1s, and then a couple of 2s. But it's more
Right.
competitive now. You see these youngsters going to different school, and you see Furley Dickinson and these guys. Like, who is these guys? But they can play. So I much love this more competitive tournament than like a blowout tournament.
Yeah, hey, it kills the brackets if you're filling out brackets, but I mean, it's just guessing, right?
I told my bracket up first, first week, first game.
Let's talk about DirecTV. This is a very cool partnership because it actually has something to do with, speaking of the NCAA tournament. Why don't you tell us about what you have going on with DirecTV, Larry?
Well, I partnered with the DirecTV for business, and like you said, this time of year is for a basketball fan. It's the greatest time of year, and then they have over 300,000 bars and restaurants around the country where we can go check out the Sweet 16. That's why I'm here in Vegas, and also being here in Vegas, partnered with DirecTV for business and Big Chicken, and we're making a donation to the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation.